I can do a great repair for somebody and I trust them. I
Mhm.
won't do that kind of repair for someone I don't trust, right?
Yeah.
But the person that they sell it to, and then the person they sell it to. I watched a broadcaster that I had, God, I don't even know what I did to it. Partial refin, maybe. I forget what it was. But watching it hop from shop to shop and the description of what had been done to it,
Yeah.
minimize
Yeah.
until, the fifth shop that had it within probably a year was like all original. Like, you all original.
Yeah.
And, it's like you call them up and it's like, I've, I'll show you pictures of this guitar stripped and I guarantee you that's the guitar. And they put up a fight and then they put up a fight with the person that they bought it from, and nobody claims responsibility, and it's a headache that you end up being stuck with, but it's not your fault.
It's true. It's not your fault until somebody gets a hold of that guitar, and then it goes back through the hands of all the misrepresentation, because they will. Like,
Yeah.
I think, and if it comes back, then, like, if it could come back to you conceivably, like it could come all the way back, and the person could say, well, like, I took it in to have something done, and like, all this finish work happened and I didn't ask for the finish work, like,
Yeah.
I just, oh boy. it
That is a possibility. I mean, with me, I work with such a small group of
yeah.
people who I've known for such a long time. I know that that won't happen to me personally,
Yeah.
but conceivably it could. Yeah.
So do you feel a responsibility if you see some of your work being misrepresented? Do you feel a responsibility to reach out to that shop, just to
Yeah.
protect kind of prospective client, or
Yeah. Very
prospective
much so.
customer?
It's horseshit. And I in recent years, I've been doing deliberately less quality, maybe not less quality work, but making some aspect of a repair obvious to someone like you or me.
Yeah.
Um, where if somebody looks at it with a close eye, they'll find the repair. Um, just exactly for that purpose.
Yeah. I think that's a really interesting way to go about it. I had worked in Nashville with a guy that was, I mean, he was primarily engaged in fraud. Like, he was doing blacklight touch up, he was getting blacklight
Mm-hmm.
dyes, and and doing some basically forgeries on Les Pauls and stuff. And we were kind of curious about the blacklight dyes, and I got around and I was kind of looking at what he might be using to see if there's a way to detect it a little bit easier. And I got off onto somebody was telling me that violin repairers will often use blacklight dyes for the exact opposite reason. They want to add it to their stuff so that it fluoresces under blacklight, so that you can
Hmm.
see the work, so that it becomes very obvious under blacklight that work has been done. It may be near
That's
invisible,
interesting.
in natural light, but I don't feel like the job pays enough to get embroiled in somebody else's legal battles. You're touching some good stuff. Have you seen any crafty work from other people that you think is going on
Well,
unnoticed?
that touches on the one bad experience that I've had with a client.
Uh-huh.
In whatever 25 years, nothing nothing has ever gone wrong. Me to client. That doesn't mean repairs haven't, whatever, it happens, but nothing is that nothing with a client has gone bad except for this one time. I got a 50s Gibson. It was a gold top. And I was doing some work on it, and I caught the edge of a finish repair. And with the gold top layers, as soon as you get an edge on something, it becomes obvious that there's one layer of gold and another layer of gold below it. So I carefully sanded off. It was fucking beautiful. I had the guitar in front of my eyes for 2 weeks and I didn't notice this. But as soon as I got to work on it and I had gotten a little bit of lacquer off, it was obvious there was a repair. So I sanded it back, and it was, maybe a 4-inch kind of circle repair covering a pretty significant ding in the top. And I go to the client and I'm like, look, this is what happened. This is what I found, and this is where it's at. And I can hide it for you again if you want, but this is what was under there. And between the client and the shop that he bought it from, it was very much you did this, you were trying to hide this, you were trying to fake us into believing that this damage was here previously and you caused it and whatnot. So it was an uncomfortable situation, shall we say.
Yeah.
That, somebody did a repair down the road and I got blamed for it.
Was the ding, like, had they shot gold over like a finished ding, or had the ding gone bare wood and they had sanded that down into bare wood?
It was an impression down into the wood that they had just filled in with clear just to build up the surface flush, and then they sprayed a light gold over it just to blend it in so you couldn't see it.
That's super crafty. That's super crafty.